Good. Hello, friends. It's Annette from Stampin' with the Bees. I might be a minute or two early, but I don't like to sit around here and wait too long because I don't like people to have to wait for it on the replay and whatever. So lots has changed in my world lately. The 16-year-old has her license, so Mama does not have to be a glorified taxi driver anymore. So I was thinking I wanted to get back into doing Facebook Lives. I'm not exactly sure what night is going to be my regular night. I'm going to play around a little bit. I'd really like to do it twice a week, so we'll see what happens. If you're here, say hello, tell me where you're watching from, or at least say hello, then I know I'm live. It's Annette from Stampin' with the Bees, and tonight I thought I would explore the Regency Park suite. So that's why the catalog's open to this page. And for those of you who participated in our mini catalog launch last week, this is the one suite that we never touched. And the cool thing about this suite, and I call this one a mega suite because it's one of those ones that has two bundles, and one of them is a punch bundle, which makes it super easy to make quick cards. So I thought I would play with that, but I was going to introduce the other one a little bit too. I don't know how much I'll play with it, but it does have these cool dies. Let's see. So this one. So Sentimental Park has some pretty cool dies. I haven't even mounted them. I've only cut out a few. But the thing that I loved about it were these big labels that have all the flowers around the edges. I thought those were pretty cool. And should I put it on something darker? So that's one. The other one is I cut a few out, so I've got them in this package here. I've got other things in there that are not from this suite, but I think there's 3 sizes of this one. Yeah, so there's 3 sizes, right? No, those 2 are the same size. Okay, so there's 2 of that size, and that's the 2 that I've cut out here are these 2. And then there's also another, I don't know. We used to have these. They were called nested labels, but it's a hexagon because it's 6 sides, but it doesn't have the fancy. But it's kind of cool because this one you could use, I think, as like a layer on the inside. If I set it here, you'll be able to see that it could be a layer on top, but it covers up the flowers. So, or maybe you could put it here and it could be behind this one. I haven't played with it enough to but I really like the label. I really like these labels. I think they're really cool. And then you can cut out this one long stem and you can make some tall flowers. And then there's a ton of all kinds of little flowers. So like these ones are like open, and there's 2 of a lot of things, but like this one is an open flower. And there's 2 of those. And then this one is like 3 flowers in a row, but the 2 littler ones and the one in the middle is kind of cool. And these are solid flowers, but see, there's 2 of those, 2 of those, there's 2 of those, there's 2. Well, these ones I think are 3 different sizes, but you could do something cool with those. And then these ones will cut out your stamped images, so there's like a cluster, 2 clusters. That is the other thing that's cool, is like when you get your punch out too, is there's 2 of some of the flowers. Like these ones, the same die will do both of these, and then you have a stamp or a die to cut out the leaves. This one here will do both, which is cool. So you can go with a stem or without a stem, and then it's got a little bit of a texture and then all kinds of sentiments. And this one is a photopolymer. But I think the thing is, no, not with this one. There are some stamps in the catalog where you can choose a photopolymer versus red rubber. So that's kind of neat too. So I have not touched this stamp set yet, as you can see. The other one I've played with way more. So let me just put some of this away. and pull out the other set. Put this here. So the other set is called Petal Park. Petal Park. Get rid of my dies for a minute. And this is the one where you have this cluster of 3 flowers and the punch cuts those out and it cuts out the leaves. So without having too much, this is maybe the easiest way to show you the punch. Hey Kathleen. Sorry I'm not paying attention to comments. Hey Jen. This is a cool bundle. Which bundle? But do you have both bundles? Hey Julie. Alright, sorry. I got all sniffly as soon as I sneezed before the thing started. I should have blew my nose real quick, I guess. So, I was kind of thinking, do I have a big block that doesn't have anything on it? Of course not. So let me get this stamp off this block. Because I feel like I'm going to need this big block for the big, and I haven't decided which one I want to use. I think I'm going to use the one that's like an outline image, and then we can maybe do a little coloring. I actually wondered about using them on top of each other, but I didn't know if that would work. Now this one is one of those ones that I'm going to be careful with because I could totally see myself tearing it because it's got this little skinny sort of bridge. Let's get, oh, I didn't finish showing you the suite yet though, right? So excited to get stamping. Okay, so the other parts of the suite are, I do not have this textured shimmer paper. I didn't order that. I do have the cane weave embossing folder. I made a card with it the other day. I thought I had a piece here, but I think I used both pieces that I did. But it's really cool. It's got a nice like basket type texture. That's kind of cool. And it's got these really cool embellishments. Oh, right here. And they're called Milky Dots. And I love them. They are, what are the colors? They are Mango Melody, Night of Navy, Petal Pink, and white. But the white is kind of a pearly. Well, they all are a little bit pearly, but I thought they were really pretty. Hey, Hazel. Yes, my night owl is here from the UK. She's must be on a break, right, Hazel? And then the pretty thing is the ribbon. Night of Navy bordered ribbon, and I actually got this free at On Stage, so I immediately tied it into a bow when I got it, and I had to show it to the rest of the ladies at the table, and I have not used it on a card yet, so that has to make its debut tonight. And then the other thing is the paper, and I gotta tell you, the paper is my least favorite paper in the catalog. I don't know, the colors are just very Hey Kay, welcome. Thanks for sharing. It's very, I don't know, it's very busy. It's very busy. Not this side, but like some of the pieces, like, and I think if you cut it into smaller pieces, it would probably be a little bit less busy, because like that's, like, I don't know, I just, like the B side is definitely up my alley. I do love this one though. I think the blue on blue is really pretty. And I don't love the other side, which works out conveniently because I hate it when you like both sides because then you need extra, right? And I like that one too. And I love the petal pink ones. I do not love that. And green, they put shaded spruce in the set. It's my least favorite green. Petal pink and navy. That's kind of pretty. I love all the polka dots. So they've given us a lot of neutrals on the back sides to do things with. So I wasn't sure if I was going to use the paper, but I thought I should show it to you because I was showing you the suite, right? Hey Donna, welcome. Hey Melissa. All right, so that is the suite. And so I had a couple of ideas. And now I've buried all my paper that I had cut out here. But I kind of wondered if I tried to stamp it on a circle. And I do have a few flowers stamped and punched because you know me, that's what I do. I'm gonna pull out a piece of white because what I found easy when you have a punch like this, what I found the easy thing to do, I'm not going to punch the flowers and the leaves at the same time because that's maybe a little bit more difficult for my brain to function with right now, and I kind of like to do the leaves separately anyways. But I know that if I do like a piece of paper that's like 2 1/4, wrong end, a piece that is 2 1/4 wide, I can stamp my flowers on it and not be wasteful with the paper. So I'm going to go a couple strips that are 2 1/4, and then I know my leaf is going to take, if I do an inch, I should have lots of room for the leaf. So we'll do a couple that are an inch wide for the leaf, because we're going to be popping up and crinkling and making some pretty flowers. Is the plan? Is my plan, anyways. We'll see how they look, and we'll see what you think once we're done. All right. And the color scheme was sort of the thing, right? What to do for a color scheme? So maybe. Okay. So the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to stamp, and I'm going to put a piece behind that to keep my grid paper clean as long as possible. And I'm going to stick with my favorite Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to pull this stamp out. So this is the one that's the line image, and I'm going to lay it down flat so that when I put it down, not that I have to match it up to a die, but I just like to lay it out like that because then I know that it's going to be the way that it's intended to be. But the idea is that the flowers sort of nestle in around those leaves, or at least that's my thought process when I looked at the stamp. Sorry, I just need to grab a Kleenex here for a minute. Maybe not. My Kleenex box is MIA. What the heck? Alright. Because I'm thinking if I can go... Let's see. I want to try and get as many leaves on there as possible. Okay, and I'm going to get my foam out because it is photopolymer. And hopefully I'm right under the camera. Yep. Now this is the first time I'm inking this up, so there could be a factory film on there, so I like to stamp it and then just give it a rub, and then that removes any kind of film that might be there, or at least it makes my stamping more successful when I do that. So I'm gonna go in here like this because I'm trying to get as many leaves as I can on there. And then what I might do is take this other scrap that I have and stamp some of these leaves, because these ones maybe are not exactly the same as the one. Alright, let's give this a scrub. Oh, somebody should have wet her chamois before she started. It's not been... Hey Rita! It's not been used for a bit. All right, and then before we do that, we're gonna go super cheat and color these a little bit. And maybe we'll touch this one a little bit. Just get a little bit of color on there where the leaves are. I don't want to totally color them in. I was thinking it would be cool. Sorry, not to do that. And we'll cover this up, and then we'll get our snips out, because these will be quick and easy to cut out. Because they're leaves. It's not a terribly complicated shape to cut out, right? Then I can add a few leaves to the... Oh, almost went through that sucker. I should have said happy Monday when I got on here, right? How was everybody's weekend? Did we all get to go out and enjoy some of the lovely weather we had? Because it was quite nice on the weekend. It wasn't cold. I was in a dance studio all day Saturday, and let me tell you, was it hot in the dance studio? Oh boy. Picture 50 plus kids running around from one room to the next, playing games that require them to go through obstacle courses of hula hoops and tunnels, and playing like a cup stacking game, and laying on a little trolley with wheels and playing real life Hungry Hippos. And then, 20 something adults running the games and making sure everybody's having fun. And then I'm in the kitchen with all the women getting the food ready, or not all the women, but a team of women organizing the food and getting the food all set on tables and when to do this and when to do that. And it was a sauna. 1:10 on a Tuesday night now. What? 1:10 on Tuesday. Hang on. Are you having a conversation with Jen? Or it's not Tuesday yet, is it? Oh, 1:10 in the morning on Tuesday in the UK. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Hopefully everybody is having a good night and sleeping soundly, and you can watch a little bit longer. Hazel. All right. Now I feel like I should stamp some flowers, because then you can see the punch in action. So I'm just going to put all my green stuff to one side, and let's maybe try and use something from the catalog. Sorry, my sniffles are going to be irritating. Let's snip this at 2 inches. Because here's where I'm going. I got a white card base here, although maybe white isn't the color we want to end up using, and that is too long. And maybe we could I'm trying to think, should I go petal pink leaves or navy leaves? And I did have, where's that one background piece that I already had? Yeah, this one already has the embossing done with the stitched greenery. I thought that might be cool. Although, if I went this way, I feel like navy would be a good, rather than petal pink, because there's already a lot of petal pink on there. What do we think? No. I'm going to go navy. Let's see how it looks. Now, I didn't pull the stamps out. We need a square block for that. You guys are all too small. Where's the bigger square block? Oh, right there. Alright, the other thing I want to know, though, is when I'm stamping it, is the orientation on my punch. Hopefully I'm in the picture here. Because when I go to punch it, it's going to be this face up when I put my punch over it. So I'm going to want it on this paper. Hang on, sorry. Thanks, Melissa. Oh, not at work. Okay, hang on. I gotta go back. Not at work. Oh, until later. Oh. Granddaughter participant. Oh, that's nice. Good for them. Not at work. So going into work soon, Hazel? Not soon? Anyways, so if this is the orientation of my punch and this is the orientation of my flowers, actually this is the orientation of my flowers because it'll be like this when I go to punch it. I want them to be on the paper in this orientation. So I'm gonna pick them up just like that and maybe move a bunch of this stuff to the side. bring back my foam. And I've used this one so I don't have to rub off anything, and push or stamp straight down and straight up. And straight down and straight up. And I kind of got an idea, so I'm going to do, let's see how many I can fit on here. I was thinking I could fit one more. I maybe scooch those a little close together, but it will be fine. Alright, clean that up. I'm finding that these photopolymers are not cleaning up quite as lovely as I think they should. But maybe it's because my chamois is never ready for me. Alright, so something new to play with is put away and hard to find possibly? No. Something new in the catalog is, so you guys know that I love my blending brushes. They're all about that size. Now we have some that are little. And you know I had to have them, right? And this is it. This is their debut. I have not opened this package. And I didn't open this package well, apparently. But I haven't played with them yet. Alright. It's not like I'm saving the package. And since that didn't tear worth a poop, we'll do this one. And we'll get one, well, we'll get them all out and throw out the bag. But how cute are they? Look at how little they are. Okay, so I'm going to get Petal Pink and see if I put a little bit, oh, that one hasn't been open for a while. If I put a little bit of Petal Pink in the middle of my flowers, how that might look. With my, oh, no, my ink is not completely dry. Dang it. No, that's not gonna work at all. Because it needs to dry. So, let's abandon that idea. Or maybe come back to it. Nope, I want to finish the card. So, this is a new one. It's not got the Petal Pink on it. I'm gonna go into the navy. Get a little bit of ink on there. See how much you get on that first blush. And then just go in here and just do a little subtle swish. See how much better the flowers look with just that little blush of color? I just think it looks so pretty. We'll leave this one and maybe I'll come back and try the Petal Pink once the ink's had time to dry, just so you don't think that that's the way it's gonna be, because that's not the way it should be. It's just, my blue is really inky. And alright, so we're gonna line these up. I should have maybe paid attention to the fact that everybody was slanted a little bit to the right. And then we've got our 3 flowers. And oh, you used blends? Well, it's a nice way to quickly color some flowers, Hazel, so I'm sure you'll make more cards with this set. At some point. But that's how I colored, see here? That's how I colored a few of these ones in here. Let me go in here for a minute. There is some freesia ones in here that are hard to see. But these ones here, I colored them with that same technique. And there should be some balmy blue ones in here with the same, yeah, right here, balmy blue. And there might be, well, that's a Petal Pink for sure, but I think they were just the solid ones that I did. I don't think I did the outline one, no. Nope. So, but maybe we'll get those out of my way, because All right, let's get this last flower going here. That's the only one I need. I don't want the other ones. But I only can't half punch them, but I'm going to toss them right into the bin. And then we'll get rid of this piece. No, we won't, because we might need it as a handle if we do petal pink ones. Okay, so let's bring this back. So I want this to be 4 1/4, or actually, should I make it be 4 1/8, so that it stays on my piece that I have. Like, then it'll be the same width as the stitched greenery piece. I don't know who stole my Kleenex box, but we'll be rectifying that when the live is over. Get a new one in here. Alright, but I'm envisioning this is here, and this is here. Now, I'm going to need a sentiment, and that's the thing with Petal Park, is it doesn't have any sentiments, because they're all on this other set, which is kind of why it's a super sweet, right? Let's do a thanks, because I really love those loopy fonts. Don't you think they're pretty? Alright, so let's do thanks. Thanks. You are amazing. How about that? You are... Where is it? You are... No? Oh, right at the bottom. You are amazing. You are amazing. Yes. Yes, you are. Now... I think that should also be in navy, so we maybe shouldn't have put this away so quickly. And I could use a really skinny piece of Whisper White. Basic white. Right there. And then something a little wider for the thanks. Okay. Off you go. Out of my way. Here, you can come back in. We're going to pick up the thanks, and we'll pick up the you are amazing also. Let's try and get it straight if we can. Oh, and how about right side up? Wouldn't that be amazing? Alright, let's put you here. And you'll be out of the way, but we can still see you. Okay, so this is the first time. So let's give it a rub, and while we're here, we'll do that with this one, and then we can get rid of this crappy piece of paper. Not crappy, super useful piece of paper. Alright, so thanks. Thanks. Oh, nice. And then you are amazing. Beautiful. Just giving this a wipe over here so that clean it up. Close this because we don't want to get it everywhere. Move the foam, come in here, and I think we'll go here with this. I smudged it. Wow, that blue needs a minute or two to dry before you go mopping around with your hands all over it. Good grief. All right, let's give it another go. Okay. Okay. Let's put this away. Let's set this aside. Let's get this aside. And let's tie a bow. Where's that ribbon? So I would like to put a bow on it. So let's tie a bow. So that can't get me into any trouble. Trying to think of when I re-inked that blue. Must have been fairly recently for it to take that extra time to dry. Okay, there's a bow. Bring this over because I'm thinking if I put this here and I put this here, my bow can go. My bow should go where there's more white. Although I was going to put my sentiment there. So we'll go here, and then we'll put the bow on this side, and the sentiment can go here. And so in the meantime, let's scrunch up some flowers, figure out where we're going to put all these. Three of those maybe, and then we'll put these other ones sort of off the page a little bit. Maybe we'll end up tucking them around the sentiment. Possibly. And then there'll be leaves to tuck in. Here and there. See, you can't really see some of the leaves. Who cut that? Who fussy cut that? Okay. Not 48 of them. Oh dear. So, something to this effect. Now, I'm going to come back to this and see if I can put some petal pink on there and I've given it enough time to dry, just so you can see, or we can see, and I can see, if it's going to look cool. Because I think it might. Yeah, see, the blue's dried. Well, still a little smudgy, though. Yeah. Still a little smudgy. But you could do something like this. There's your blends, Hazel. But I don't know. Maybe you gotta stamp them and let them dry longer. I don't know. I don't know why the Navy's doing that. Just to make my night miserable, maybe? Oh, you want to do a Facebook Live? I'll show ya. Okay, let's not put our hands in front of the words, or on top of the words, and see how we can do here. And I'm just going to rub the scissors along this edge because it's not smooth. Now, how am I going to do this? We'll go here, from here. I'm touching the word. Fingers crossed we don't mess it up again. So I want to flag it, but I don't need that much space. Maybe flagging it is dumb because it's so little. But I thought it might look cool. Alright. That's that. This, I was going to fussy cut around it, but I'm worried that it's the dumbest mistake ever because of how my blue is being a little bit naughty. Could get my heat tool out and give it a zap, but some things may or may not still be packed away from when I was in Florida. And that heat gun has not been out since I've been home. So I don't think I embossed at all for the catalog launch cards, which is so bizarre. It's just one of my favorite things to do. This would be really cool if I did it in white on navy. Not for this particular card, but like for future, I think it would look really cool. Okay. Let's have this piece on here just a little bit. You guys are so quiet. You all still there, right? Oh, I had a couple drop off because there was 13. Sorry. I promise it's usually worth it in the end to stick around. I don't usually have this kind of technical difficulties where my ink makes boo-boos, but it's real life, right? Hazel's there. So what are you doing, Hazel? Getting ready to go to work? Or how soon do you have to go to work? Or like you can't sleep? Or what's going on? Okay, I'm touching it. Oh, good. Thanks for sticking around, Julie. Alright. There we go. It's not the best fussy cutting I've ever done, but it doesn't look hideous. Okay, so let's glue some things down. I think we probably could glue this piece, although I'm gonna use tear and tape because liquid glue will go through those holes, and I'd rather not have a mess. You start work in 19 hours, then for the love of God, woman, why are you up? Oh, I see what you mean. You're getting used to you're trying to get yourself ready to like be awake at night. Hi, Tina. I'm trying. My Night of Navy is not cooperating, but I'm trying. Yes. Acclimating yourself, getting ready for the night shift. I gotcha. So, do you work so many nights, Hazel, and then you get a couple days off, and then you gotta work a few more nights? Is that how it works? So then you sort of get out of practice, and you gotta get your body ready for it all over again? Alright, we're gonna stick this down on the front of the card. I just went with a white card base. Mostly because this one was already ready to go, and then this one I can stick down with liquid glue. So if it goes through the holes now, it doesn't matter because the mess is contained. Because it might look cool if this was petal pink with, but it's a lot of petal pink. I wonder if it would look cool with if it was navy. Now, I want to stick these down, and then I'm going to pop this up. But I know where I want my flowers to sit, so I don't really want to move them too much. Eeks. And then everybody goes for a jump off the page. I feel like I need to stick one up here because... But maybe I should have went with the littler one. Yeah, let's do the littler one. Goodness, what are you on about? Get up there. Because it's a little flower, so it should have a little leaf, right? And then we'll tuck this one in beside this one. And they're going to get lifted a little bit by my bow. Alright, let's put some dimensionals on the back of that for a minute. And then we'll figure out where everybody else is going to go. Oh, I bet. I used to do a little bit of a night shift thing, Hazel, and it's like you have to do that on Friday so that you can sleep on the weekend, right? You have to like you have to just power through that tired, else you'll be completely useless on the weekend, right? The glue dots are here. I'll just use a couple of them to stick my bow down. The body does not want to be up at night, so it fights you. We're not supposed to be up at night, right? Unfortunately, though, there are a few jobs that require it. Alright. Loving that. Loving it. 3 flowers on purpose. Now, let's figure out where the sentiments are going to go. I don't totally want to cover up my words, or my flowers. So let's get the minis out. See if you could die cut that and put it on a foam sheet. That would make life so easy, right? But oh, and I didn't say hello to you, Jenny, but I saw you're saying, yep, there you said hello to Hazel. Hey, Jenny. And I was like, oh, I didn't say hi to her. Welcome. Why are you up? Are you not in the UK as well? Goodness. Now I'm gonna go a dot here and a dot here. That might be a lot. And then we're gonna tuck you in right here. Let's make you level. That would be most happy. And then you can go here, and I am going to cut a strip. I'm going to do it right here. How long is my sentiment? To about here. Take a bit off there. Come on. Put that on the back of my sentiment. And before I stick it down, I want to just curl that up just a little bit. You are amazing. And there's a little bit of glue right here on this end. Ta-da. Okay. I think that flower might be a little big. No, maybe not with the flowers. Maybe not with the flowers, but maybe a little leaf here. Although I kind of feel like putting a leaf somewhere here would be cool. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you here, and then I'm going to take you and put you here. And I might just take a little piece of mini dimensional and put it under here so that you stay popped up where I want you to be. There we go. Oh, Australia. Oh, lunchtime. There we go. There we go. Well, I recognized your name from the Card and Cuppa group, but I did not retain that you were from Australia as opposed to the UK. There. I just like to tuck a little bit of dimensionals under once in a while. There. I think 3 flowers is a lot. Right? And then what do you think if we hunt down the Winkastella, which of course is not going to be anywhere, or I can see it. Oh, these are old ones. I don't think they have anything in them. Let's see if we can get a goop out. And then oh yeah, there we go. I just feel like the middles would be pretty with some sparkles. Then we can put the bling in other spots. And I feel like the navy will lend itself well to this card. A little one there, a big one there, and a little one over here, and another little one over here. Yep, I think that looks cool. I think that looks cool. Alright, and then let's fold this over. Give it a crease. And maybe, just maybe, do a little trio of flowers on the inside. But then I'm going to wish I had a leaf. So let's get our stamp out again. And ink up the half that has leaves on it. Or at least just half that has leaves on it. And put it right here in the corner. I didn't use my foam, but it seems like it's okay. Sorry, just giving that a wee scrub in the corner here. You can hear it squeaking. I wish I knew what happened to the baby wipes. There, and we'll just stick 3 flowers on the inside. Just because we have them, right? If I didn't have them, I would just try and stamp something, but I think that'll look cool. It'll be a neat surprise for somebody. Just makes the thank you card that much more special. So there. Card number 1. And I was thinking that you could kind of do like a simple stamping type card. Sort of. Not truly simple, because I really think these flowers look really cool punched out. And since we have the punch, why wouldn't we, right? But I was wondering, actually, maybe it's not going to be so simple, but I was wondering if we could do like a little bit of a cascade across the card, you know? I was going to say, who took the ink pad? Leslie, are you in my room? Thanks. And then I'm going to stamp over that one. Think it'll be noticeable? Let's hope not. We could stick a flower there a little bit, but that Doesn't look too bad. And then maybe I will tuck a couple more flowers there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and before we do anything else, we will find this piece I was doing my other greenery on and just stamp a few more leaves. Just so that we got lots. Okay. I got a lot of green on the block that time. A lot. And then we'll bring out the... Why do you put the stamp set up? Why do you put the ink pad away? Why? Why do you guys let me put the ink pad away? Why? Why? And like, it just adds a little bit of variety, right? Because they're not completely white. And then we'll add some green to this. There. Do we need the green for anything else? Safe to put it away? Yes. Okay. All right. Now, what color flowers? I'm not going to use DSP, obviously, with this one because I've got this. I've got this whole sheet covered. So, who wants to pick a flower color for me? Because pretty much any color would go with the Granny Apple Green. While I fussy cut these, you guys all pick a color. Not navy. And thanks. The flowers on the inside. That's nice. Fresh freesia. Well, we already have some of those already inked up and punched out. Oh, goodness. I'm going to sneeze now. Goodness, excuse me. That's only going to make things worse. Sorry if I'm sniffling all over the place here. I'm trying not to. It's weird. I have this. So coming home from Florida, my sister was very sick. She didn't take her turn on the drive home because she was feeling so crappy. So my husband and I did all the driving. And my daughter had felt not great the day before, and she kind of slept most of the day. Like, she went out for lunch with us, but then she just totally crashed after lunch, and then got up for dinner and went back to bed. And my sister was fine. Oh, I was going to say, where the heck's the rest of those? I cut out way more. And then 2 days later, I never got it as bad as either of them because I haven't had a fever. I haven't had the big headache that they had either. For me, it was more this annoying cough and a little bit of congestion. I don't think, I might have taken the drugs just to go to bed or to get to clear the congestion so that I could lay down and not, cough and blow my nose all night long, like to get a good night's sleep. But I never had the mass headache that they had. Like, they were both, my daughter said that her head was banging like pretty much every day when she wasn't feeling well. Uh-oh, there's a little bit of a blippity blip there. Alright, well, how are we doing with the voting here? Let me see. I got a fresh freesia. I got a gorgeous grape. And I got a couple bless yous. Thank you. Julie, did you get a catalog from your relative that sells Stampin' Up, or do I need to send you one? Or does she still sell Stampin' Up, or you let me know if you need a catalog, because you're not on my regular list because you've gotten them elsewhere before. Perfect. Oh. So what else? What else is going on? So yes, so like I said, my daughter is driving now, which is exciting and terrifying all in one go. And because I'm home more, Kevin and I actually eat supper together, because most of the time I'm in Simcoe waiting on Rachel, and so I either take food with me or we're eating out of a brown paper sack, you know? And I can do laundry and craft and do Facebook Live every once in a while. So it's cool. Alright, I saw a freesia and a grape, so we're definitely going purple, are we? I'm trying to think if I had some that were gorgeous grape in the in that packet where I had them all already stamped and cut out. There's a bunch of leaves, because I know there's no leaves in that packet. Where's the packet? Right here. Sorry. Oh, that was right over the microphone. Sorry. So there's a bunch of fresh freesias. And see, some of them are the solid flower that stamps, and some of them are the lines. And I kind of prefer that. But maybe a mixture would be cool. And then there's a gorgeous grape one. But I have a lot of freesia. Oh, there's even some leaves in there. I'm trying to think what I'd stamped gorgeous grape for, because it looks like I don't have a ton of them. What I could do, I got an idea actually. I'm going to put these back because I got an idea. You guys can stay in there. And where's my block with my flowers? Are here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece that is wide enough for flowers and get out the blending brush, and I'm going to brush some freesia first, and then actually let's see how this works out. Let's see how this goes. Because if it smears a little bit, it's the same color. It's not the end of the world, but it's just the navy. It's a navy kind of thing, apparently. But here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. Let me get these all done. Close that up. Get rid of this. And then grab the gorgeous grape. And I wasn't terribly concerned about my Stampin', but I'm going to bring this back in, and then I'm going to go Gorgeous Grape and see if I can line them up. Oh, they look blurry like, but I think it's kind of cool. Oh, that's really off. Okay. Let's not even try that. And I probably have way more flowers than I need. But we'll see. Let's do a sentiment while we're here. Do we stick with the thanks again? Why not? Can always use some thank you cards, and I got a few orders from the mini catalog launch, so we might as well get ahead of the game and have some cards ready. Alright, do not forget to clean your stamps after in it. I did that one time and it was like, I have one stamp that's permanently going to be having a little bit of, I think, blue on it. Alright, now I threw that back in there. It's probably got color on it. I'm going to go very lightly. Yeah, it must be a navy thing because the Gorgeous Grape is not doing it. Might be a wet ink thing too, because this ink on here would be wet. No, it's the navy thing. Stinking color, I tell ya. I like it, but it's gonna be sitting there. It's gonna be bad like that. It might not get used as often. You know what I mean? There, and then you guys can be happy because I'm using both suggestions. Hopefully. Hopefully that makes you happy. Alright. So now we'll get the punch. We'll get rid of the foam. Whoa. You just gotta line up all three flowers, and then away you go. I probably have more flowers than I need, but better to have too much than not enough, right? I think, I hope. Well, there's 10 of you here, but only about 3 of you are commenting. So, there's that. Alright, we got a little bit of extra shrapnel here, but it's not the end of the world. What size piece of paper do we have here? That's my other question. I got, oh, it's 4 by 5 1/4. Perfection, because what I'm thinking was that I wanted to mount another color underneath, so I can totally do that. Geez, you know what I should have maybe done is put the sentiment on the circle, but no, it's a little big. Or maybe we should have used the labels that we have. I think maybe we should use, and let's just go here and here. bring back the gorgeous grape and the foam. Where's that stamp? Right here. Okay, so the thanks, you're amazing. I'm gonna stamp right here, and hopefully it's straight. Everybody cross their fingers. Oh, that looks good. And then we will fussy cut the thanks. Pop it up over here because it's maybe a little big. And then we're using the why does that look smudged? It looks a little smudged. Ugh! I am 0 for 2 for stamping nicely tonight. I don't know what the heck's the problem. Must be out of practice. I'll have to tell hubby I need to spend more time in my room this weekend because I'm so out of practice. He'll be like, I think you get plenty of time in that room. He's not wrong, but we could always have more, right? Sorry, it looks really light, and what would be the harm of adding a little bit of grape to that? Now, we can't use the navy ribbon, but it needs ribbon, right? We don't have a gorgeous grape. That's my pet peeve, by the way. We don't have a gorgeous grape blend, and I want a gorgeous grape blend. But I do have freesia ribbon. That might be a lot of freesia is all. Could use twine. What do you all think? I think the navy is a little bit much to put with purple. There's already a lot of white on the card, so white doesn't make sense. Oh. Well, do you need to power through, Hazel? Do we need to keep you awake? I'm not going to be that much longer. I'm only going to do 2 cards, if that helps. But if you're tired and you think you need to go to bed, then far be it for me to keep you up. And Tina, did I thank you for your Christmas card because it was so pretty? And I don't know if you participate on very many of the cards in a cuppas, but I'm not familiar with everybody's names, so I had to look you up and see if that's where you were. I think you wrote CNC in there, actually, but it was like, oh, this is such a pretty card. And I really hope I sent you a card, but I don't necessarily remember who I did send cards to. I was late with my cards. Some people didn't get cards at all because I didn't have them done in time. I need to be Hazel and start them now. Yeah. Staying to the end. I like watching Annette mess up her stamping. Oh, Hazel, aren't you sweet? In a devilish kind of way. Oh, here we go. So let's put... I don't think that's going to work. We're going to cut up these bits. Goodness. Put this on here. Nope. It's stuck to me. Put this here. And here. So sweet, that hazel, huh? Just like cod liver oil. Or vinegar. Oh, good. Yes, 10 Christmas cards already. Goodness. Did you have any left over that you didn't send? I might need to borrow a couple for next year. There. Sentiment done. Sentiment done. Okay, let's get this out. And let's get a piece of gorgeous grape out. I'm going to cut it at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 for my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. Sorry, Hazel and Tina, I know your cards are not that size, but you guys are pros. You can make an adjustment, right? Totally. All right, let's glue this down. Do you tune in, Tina, or do you stay in bed and do them after the fact? Oh. Goodness. The card in the cup, as I mean. Alright, and then that's going to go on a white card base, is the plan. And see, the purple will just pop a little bit. Now, maybe we should stick the sentiment down first. Why am I saving that when it's got no dimensionals on it? Yeah, I don't, because you're because you're 75. Alright, I'm going to tack that right there. And I've decided, because it's sitting on my desk, I'm going to grab a little bit of linen thread. Maybe I should do a double bow, should I? Okay, hang on. I gotta think about how I'm gonna do a double bow. No, I'm not gonna do a double bow. Poop on it. And where did the glue dots go now? My loops. I like to make my loops a little bit. I like to check and see if they're the same length. Make a slight adjustment, grab a glue dot, and then I'm just going to tuck it in under this bit of flowers here. I don't want it to show though, so I'm going right under. And I probably should have came this way a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Now, let's glue this down because it's just going to slip and slide all over the place as I'm trying to put flowers down. And you see how there's like barely glue, like I've just rubbed the glue on there and squeezed ever so lightly. I did a few classes this year and some people were squeezing out the glue like a lot. Okay, so let's figure out where we're going to put some of these flowers. Ooh, I love the combination of the freesia and gorgeous, if I do say so myself. Do we stop at 5? Seven. How about we stop at 7? I'm gonna put this one here. Oh, is Michelle watching? I just realized we're using purple. She's not a fan. But she didn't say hello, so maybe she's not watching. And if she is, tough noogies because we're using purple. Do I like that on top of that flower? Did I get glue on it? Let's put the big flower out top. Put the little flower underneath. Yeah. Okay. Now let's tuck in some leaves. Come on. I like to give them a little bit of a fold. And you notice that I crumpled my flowers, right? Let's put one here. And a little one. I kind of like to double them up and do 2 in the same, under the same spot. I'm just folding them in half is what I'm trying to do. These would look cool colored though, Hazel. You could do a lot more variation in the colors and stuff. So I'm sure the ones you colored look great. Now the only thing is, we won't be using milky dots for this one, will we? I mean, we have some very gorgeous purple bling that I don't believe has seen the outside of the package yet either. Oh, got some glue all over my paws there. Where was that? Let's use this extra piece. And I want a little one. Tuck under here, except that I put a lot of glue under that flower. Oh, not bad. What else do we got here? Can we throw another one under there? Why not? Probably more so if we chop that off, but now we got glue on our scissors. On the snips, no less. And I feel like I should tuck one there. Yes, let's. All right. Do we have enough leaves? Let's put one up here. Just 'cause. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, now we have in this package, we have this new bling called what? Hang on, it's in here with something else, and it doesn't want to come out. It's a little shy. There we go. And I lied, I have used a few. So these are opaque adhesive back gems, and look, Freesia and Gorgeous Grape. But I think we will use a lot of Gorgeous Grape. Oh, look they come in 3 different sizes. Oh, that's cool. So 3. I feel like I need to put one there, but maybe not the biggest one. Yeah, okay, 4, 5, oh, 5. Where'd that go? Okay, you're right on my finger. No. Get off the leaf and, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. Is Millette going to give me grief because I'm counting? Probably. 7. What do you think of that? Those colors worked out perfect. And just like we planned it, there's a few extra flowers and some extra leaves this time. Look at us go. All right, so let's put this flower here, and I just crinkle it a little bit. This one. Now inside of a card, they're probably going to get a lot flattened, but we tried, right? No idea why that one has such a long tail. I don't know who fussy cut that sucker. All right, so there. I didn't lay very flat though. So this is Regency Park, or more specifically, what's it called? The Petal Park part of Regency Park. And where's the other card? Right here. We got some blues and some purples happening here. So there. So thanks for watching. Oh, we didn't put any wink. Let's make sure we don't still have blue on there. We didn't put any wink in the middle of our flowers here. You know what would be cool too is if the flower centers were yellow. Or if I used the yellow milky dots, which actually I think they're mango, but you know what I mean. So there. 2 pretty cards. One is Gorgeous Grape and Freesia, and the other one is Navy, and we even used a piece of that DSP. Look at me go. And I don't like it at all, but I like this. I like it. I like the stripe. I like the navy. So there we go. Thanks for watching. If my week goes the way that I want, I think I'll be back on Friday. Because maybe Monday, Friday would be good live days. I'm not sure. But anyways, thanks for watching. Sweet dreams to you, Hazel. And I hope you have a good work day when you get there. Work night. And yeah, for those of you who stuck around, thanks a lot. And I'll see you soon. Good night.